Jodie Foster goes behind the camera for Black Mirror. Mark Kennedy, Associated Press. New York. The first movie that Jodie Foster ever directed was about a single mom raising a son. Her latest project behind the camera is also about a single mom, but this time one who is raising a daughter. For an episode of the Netflix series Black Mirror, Foster had to dig deep into mother-daughter dynamics to tell the story of a mom so anxious about her girl that she turns to a sophisticated surveillance tool. Foster is a mother of 2 boys, and her debut as a director was Little Man Tate in 1991, so she reached back to how she interacted with her own mom and the push and pull that involved. "It's different with boys," she said. "When you're raising a man, you're just so in awe at how different they are," she said. "It's just so amazing to you how different they are in every way, not just the physical ways, but how they think. It's very easy to understand that they are separate from you. It's not so easy, I think, with female children." The Black Mirror episode, titled Archangel, is part of Season 4 of writer Charlie Brooker's anthology series that taps into our collective unease with the modern world. Foster's episode stars Rosemarie DeWitt, whose credits include La La Land and Mad Men. DeWitt, who has 2 young daughters, plays the mom wrestling with the implications of eavesdropping on her daughter as she grows into a woman. The actress laughs about a gentle tension on the set. "I sometimes felt Jodie was really rooting for the daughter and I was really rooting for myself. So we had this combustible thing," said DeWitt. "It's a really sticky relationship, mothers and daughters." Brooker's script intrigued both women with its ethical quandaries and rich characters. Foster likens the series to The Twilight Zone, serving up twists and messy human reactions to technology. "In some ways, the technology has outpaced our ethics and the ability for us to understand the monster that we've created," she said. "Technology is kind of like a blender. It's just this inanimate object that doesn't have any feelings. It doesn't have a point of view. It's just doing what we asked it to do, and that's the part we have to be careful of." Foster, whose acting roles include The Silence of the Lambs, Inside Man and The Accused, said she was attracted to Netflix after finding Hollywood really only interested in big franchise films. "Real narrative is on streaming cable now," she said. The episode marks the first time friends Foster and DeWitt have worked together, and Foster said her leading actress just inhabits a character in a way that feels completely and totally real. Women are leading every episode of Black Mirror Season 4, in front of camera, at least. Season 4 of Black Mirror hits Netflix tomorrow, December 29th. And according to executive producer Annabelle Jones, every one of the 6 episodes will center on a female protagonist. The show has a solid history of producing great woman-centric content. The incredible episode San Junipero springs immediately to mind, but it's not an outlier in the first 3 seasons, so this is a nice step to expand on that already great precedent. Interestingly, Jones is insistent that this season's all-women protagonist lineup wasn't an intentional statement. She told THR, "Charlie Brooker, and I don't tend to think about the stories that way. Sometimes, it just comes out. But it's great that they're all strong female protagonists." I think what's lovely about the show is that it's not a strident statement. It's more, why not? We don't even think about it from a gender perspective, and I hope that's progress. It's more that we explore the best story and the best way to tell it. That best story and its sibling, the all-too-familiar best person for the job line, are often used as excuses for hiring or casting men, specifically white men. So it is nice to see it applying to the casting of women. Although a deliberate statement would have been just fine, too, that's especially true because according to Jones, not all of the scripts were written with women in mind for the lead characters. The main character of episode 3, Crocodile, was originally written for a man, but actress Andrea Riseborough, Battle of the Sexes, changed their mind. Andrea read for one of the other parts and she really liked the journey of the protagonist, and she challenged us and said, "Do you think it could be a woman?" says Jones. Then we sort of said, "Oh, hold on. We hadn't quite thought about that." We questioned it and worked it. Apart from the physicality element of it, a requirement that plays out in the episode's first few minutes, we thought, how often do you see a mother reduced to this level of desperation? Then we thought that was actually quite interesting, and that's the result of Andrea's role. While women will lead the season in front of the camera, the numbers aren't nearly as strong when it comes to writing and directing. Only one episode, Archangel, is directed by a woman, Jodie Foster. According to IMDb, she's the first and only woman to have directed an episode of Black Mirror. Charlie Brooker usually writes all the episodes, but at least last season we saw a Rashida Jones co-writing credit on one. This season, no women are credited with contributing to the writing. If Brooker and Jones are so excited to tell women's stories, I hope that in the future, they allow women to actually be a part of shaping those stories. As a reminder, here's what we can expect from Season 4 of Black Mirror. Because this is twisty-turny Black Mirror we're talking about, all synopses, as gathered from the trailers, might very well be less than 100 accurate descriptions. Archangel. About a definitely fine and not troubling implant for parents to keep their kids safe.